Hey guys, Charlani here. Thank you so much for tuning into Charlani TV. In this video, I'm going to show you how I get all of our meat for the week prepped up in our Foodsaver bags so that they will be ready to go for us as we need them throughout the week. So if you'd like to know my process and how I do it, just keep on watching. I always get my area prepped up and ready to go, and I pull out, I like to use the kind of like make your own size Foodsaver bags. There are so many different options. So if you have a Foodsaver, you can get pre-cut bags. You can either get really long rolls. There's lots of different sizes out there. I use I believe it's the 8-inch by 20-foot rolls, and these work for me for just about every single thing I use. So there is a line there on the Foodsaver where it says seal, and I just make sure that that's where I put the end of my bag, and you can see that it puts that perforated line. I don't know, is perforated the right word? I'm not sure that it is, but you can see that it seals it shut, and I just think it's so cool. So getting all of the meats in, and this is just rotisserie chicken that I had pulled apart. We've been kind of picking at this over the last couple of days, so I knew that we weren't going to eat these anytime soon, so I decided to just get them in a bag and get them put in the freezer so that I'm probably going to use these for chicken enchiladas here in the next few weeks, so we can save the meat by putting it in one of these bags and getting it frozen. So what I'm doing here is I like to make sure that most of the meat itself is the same height. So I pack it down in there. That way when I go to thaw it out, it'll thaw out evenly and I won't have like really big chunks of meat. And it also helps when you're going in to store it so that you don't have like all these different weird sizes. As long as they're like an inch or two high, then you can stack them nicely. And I really do think that the Foodsaver just makes it so easy, and it basically just does it for you. So I absolutely love this kitchen gadget and will definitely be using it often. And hello, Kai, always in the middle of it all. And he's probably hoping for some scraps, right? So I ended up pulling out a couple of these steaks, and Rob had come down and said that he wanted to barbecue. So I pulled out a couple, set them aside, and that is what we were going to have for dinner tonight. And then you might have noticed that I actually had some ribs there. We did not end up freezing any of them. We ended up using them and barbecuing them actually for the championship or playoff game. Not championship yet, but we went ahead and barbecued those for the playoff game. So I didn't end up putting them in the Foodsavers, but I would have used the exact same technique that I'm using here. I would have broken those up. There were two really big racks of ribs. I would have cut them in half and then put each half in its own bag. always label each of the packages separately, and I write what it is, I write the date that I froze it, and then how many days I have to eat it once I thaw it out. So this is, I froze it on the 14th, and then I have 3 days from the day that I thaw it out to actually eat it. If it's something that was close to expiration by the time I get to freezing it, I always write same day, which just tells me that when I thaw this out, my plan is to make it that day. I buy our salmon at Costco. I buy them in the frozen food section, so they're already ready to go. So I like to store all of our meats, and you'll see how I do the red meat and the chicken, but I get everything in their bins like this, and it just makes it so convenient and takes up so much less space in our freezer. All right, guys, that is how I do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it gives you maybe a little bit of inspo to maybe save a little bit of money and buy in bulk, and then also have foods on hand when you need them. Again, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to Charlani TV, I would love it if you did. Bye, guys.